Alright everyone, it's time for today's first video talking about how Beijing Biden is not actually Jimmy Carter. And other Republicans, they want to cast him as Carter, because Carter's remembered as being what ushered in Reagan because he was such a loser. But there are some things about Biden that are worse than Jimmy Carter. First and foremost, though, before I get into this, there will be a pinned comment down below with links to 4 other video hosting sites that I use, as well as a link to Substack now, because I'm doing journalistic content once or twice a week, roughly. I'll be writing articles there, fully sourced and everything, which takes care of one major gripe that some of the morons that don't like me keep talking about. Well, Styx never shows his sources. Links are in the description, but you have to actually go to them. I'm very sorry about that. I'm sorry about your limited time, your tight schedule. Anyway, Joe Biden's not Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter, by all accounts, in his interpersonal life, was a reasonably nice individual. He is. Of course, the guinea worm's not extinct yet, so he refuses to die. Hasn't he had, fucking cancer 2 or 3 times? He's had a whole bunch of issues. He still goes out and advises people on building houses. He seems like a nice individual, charitable, chivalrous. He like a person that you'd actually want to be around. I can't say that for Joe Biden. He's gravitates back and forth between antagonistic and belligerent and outright creepy, depending on the age of the person he's interacting with and what genitals they have. He doesn't seem to creep on little boys, but people with vaginas that happen to be under 18, yeah, he considers that indiscriminate with people who are 70. There's fucking pictures. I love that one where there's these bikers in a deli or a bar or something, and Biden's there schmoozing, doing the Clintonian schmooze thing with, I guess, one of their wives. They don't look very happy about it, but he was, I think, the VP at the time. There's not much you can do. No, he's not Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter is still mentally aware. That Jimmy Carter's in his fucking 90s, I think, at this point. He's way older than Biden is, but he's still coherent. He's still capable of talking and walking and dressing himself and probably even cooks his own dinner. Biden can't do any of that horse shit. Biden, by the way, would look massively over the hill if he didn't have massive reconstructive surgery. He had at least one facelift, trust me. He had a chin job, and he definitely had hair transplants or something done there. His male pattern baldness was quite advanced. And then all of a sudden, he had a full head. A full mane was up there. Had hair plugs or some shit. Maybe it's a wig. Who knows? It's still thinned, but the operation appears to have been a success. Jimmy Carter is not demented. Jimmy Carter is a decade and a half older than fucking Biden is. And Jimmy Carter wasn't a warmonger. Beijing Biden is. Why do you think he pushed back the Afghanistan withdrawal date? It's to antagonize the Taliban, hopefully get them attacking things so that you can do a Hillary Clinton. Oh, I'm sorry. We can't leave. That dastardly orange man, he fucked it up. He put the deadline too close to the election in May. We were supposed to be out already for several weeks. It was too quick, and the Taliban took advantage of it. We need more logistics, so I'm pushing the date back again. See, he's already done that to push it back to September for entirely symbolic reasons. He did that because he doesn't want to use the Trump date, because then it's the Trump Afghanistan withdrawal, and he won't get credit for it. So he decided to put it on September 11th. What a fucking pile of horseshit Beijing Biden is. Jimmy Carter is way better. There are some similarities, but they're all external to Biden in and of himself. You've got inflation, high unemployment, lack of growth. You have attacks on the Second Amendment. Carter wasn't massively anti-gun, but in that general vein. Neoliberal, stupid economics. All those things are Carter era, which is why I think that Trump should mount a 2024 campaign and become Grover Cleveland 2.0, preferably without stomach cancer that he has to furtively get removed on a boat in the middle of the night, by the way. Beyond that, though, no, the personality's not the same. I wish, if I had to trade, if I had an opportunity to put Carter, even at the age he is, in the White House for term 2 and get rid of Biden's White House, I would, in an instant, absolutely. Of course. Because at least Jimmy Carter's reasonably honest. By the way, he claims to have seen a UFO at one point. A little bit of a kooky dude. At least in his non-political life, like when Biden was out of politics, he spent the whole time thinking about mounting another run and pretending that he was reluctant because his son died. And by the way, that was goddamn complete fucking pretense. Jimmy Carter said, okay, I'm going to build houses and eliminate this particular larva that burrows into small children's feet and eats them from the inside out. Well, I think one of these people's done more for humanity now, haven't they? Kudos to Jimmy Carter. You're certainly not the worst president that we've had in modernity. if you can consider the 1970s modern at this point, maybe jury's out. Yeah, I mean, we suffered through 2 Bushes. They were both worse than Jimmy Carter. Trust me, Obama was worse than Jimmy Carter. Reagan was better. Clinton was better. Trump was a hell of a lot better, but he didn't do that bad. He's middling. I mean, this shows how low the standards have fallen. Reagan wasn't a great president. He was just competent. And certainly Clinton wasn't a good president. He was just, he happened to reign over a period where the economy couldn't help but grow, basically. That's kudos to him. Basically, you were put into the position, you just got to sit there scarfing down McDonald's and wet cigars all day. Trump's the only modern president that rises above the level of just mediocre. Beijing Biden certainly doesn't. He's already at sub-Obama or Bush levels, in my opinion, right now. And this is not because of recency bias. When I look at the slurry, the slew of filth coming out of the White House just in the first few months that bastard's been in office, he's already managed to supplant either Bush, possibly both combined, in the incompetence and stupidity department. Jimmy Carter was incompetent in some ways, but at least he was fucking trying. And there was an added bonus. Jimmy Carter was actually in charge of his own White House, both to benefit and detriment, because he wasn't demented. Beijing Biden doesn't even make his own fucking decisions. I highly doubt he even dresses himself. I'm not being hyperbolic when I say that. They have to fucking dope him up to the eyeballs every day just to get him through the day so that he can jog across the lawn and look like he's still sort of with it. Why do you think they won't let him have a major presser where he's asked off-the-hook questions that weren't pre-scripted? Why do you think they won't let him do that? Because he wouldn't be able to function. Everything that he does, anytime you see Biden in public, he's doped up and everything's scripted. And he's been told 5 or 6 times before, here's your name, that's your wife over there, here's what to say, and don't take any goddamn questions because you're gonna fumble-mouth, bumbling horse shit. That's about all. Peace out.